Star of the day, TeyzSec.
Hi, this is TeyzSec, the software-defined trust layer for modern solutions. We help SME and regional data centers prove that workloads run in trusted environment. Think of a doctor's operating room, but for data centers. And I'll come back to that. So what exactly is the problem? The trust gap is now the buying problem. Today, data centers can host workloads. New data centers spend thousands of euros to start everything up, but they still can't prove that workloads are running in trusted environment. And this is a major problem because customers from healthcare, defense, telecom and sensitive manufacturing, who are their regulated customers, don't just need claims, they need actual proof. On top of all of this, new EU regulations like Network and Information Security, Directive 2, DORA, EHDS, all of them make all of this an urgent issue. This is where we fit in. We sit on top of existing infrastructures so that operators do not have to replace or change anything they already run. And coming back to my doctor's operating room metaphor, so what do we exactly do? Like how a procedure only starts in a controlled environment and the procedure is always governed throughout. And finally, if anything unexpected happens, anything changed, there is an action or reply immediately to it. And you don't have to believe in my words of why confidential computing and privacy-enhancing technologies is actually a new concept, a new research topic. You can go ahead and look at Miguel, who is the product manager at Google's privacy team, who in his recent talks about how this technology is new even in research and tells how it's being used slowly but steadily in all the Google's products as well. Now, what's our business plan? So, it's very simple. We partner up with infrastructure providers like SME data centers, co-location providers, managed hosting, and they, with our trust layers, then can win the trust of healthcare, defense, telecom, and sensitive manufacturing. Now, this is not just an idea on paper. We actually have validated this in few real-world scenarios, like 5G in a box, where 5G core network is actually protected by our core solution, a manufacturing unit, where the whole data in the whole manufacturing unit is governed, and the employee phones are also governed with our technology. Coming to our GTM, we're following a beachheaded approach. Start in Finland, expand in Finland, try and expanding in Nordics, and then continue to scale to all EU with our infrastructure partners. Following the same dual B2B model, which I explained in the earlier slide. Our revenue model is simple. We have a deployment pay, we have platform subscription, and then finally managed trust service. Finally, our team, Aniket and Kula Anderson, with me having 3 years of deep research in confidential computing and trust infrastructure, and Kula Anderson, who is a seasoned go-to-market operator with over 2 decades of experience in US, Europe, and Asia Pacific. We both are part of Alto ES, and Kula Anderson is also a board member at XES Helsinki. Finally, our ask is just to talk, connect to Lighthouse partners, find pilot customers, and support from you guys to actually how to better pack our product. Thank you.
Thank you, TeyzSec. Judges, 3 minutes.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation, and have to say that it will be a very challenging market because it's very secure market sector,
Yeah.
So it's super protected. So do you have any plans how to break that barrier?
So my plans is just to go to the data center's owner, maybe talk about exactly what the problems they face, why they are not getting customers from these regulated sectors, and actually explain the problem of data in process, how to handle protection while data is in process, and maybe continue on from there. But actual in meat to them, and that's how I would consider breaking into the market.
It's very valid topic because if you use some internet services, nobody knows who is actually finally providing it. It can be possible and invisible, so very valid.
Indeed. Thanks for the presentation. Actually, I'm more into the environmental technology side and so on, but this was a nice presentation. Even I understood that. So, just one question, if you would like to summarize, what makes this unique?
Okay, so the way I product or put everything in one scenario, which is confidential computing and privacy enhancing technologies, which is in research only for 12 years, which is actually pretty new. I'm doing this all in one package and examining the data centers and providing to them exactly what they need. So this is my unique superpower.
Excellent, thank you.
I'm actually a little bit software guy. So one thing on the tech side.
Yeah.
So where do you sit in the software stack? Is it like the middleware or?
I'm sitting above the kernel level. So I'm talking to hardware. I'm doing actually hardware attestation. So I'm talking to TPMs, all the certificates of the processor. That's why I tell it as software defined. I'm not just saying software because I actually take in data from TPMs and all of this, and then attestating the whole networks, which we also proved in data centers and mobile ARM architecture as well.
What about data protection for your data? How have you protected that?
Your question as in how I protect my solution or how I'm protecting the
Yeah,
software?
because everybody wants to hack you on day one.
Yeah, yes.
And time is up for the questions. You can finish your sentence.
Okay, as I already know how these attacks, like members attacks, actually attack while data in process, these software which I have are governed with multiple things, multiple certificates. So even if you know some values of the TPM, you cannot act as an attestator and enter into the shell, which I call it. So that's how I'm protecting my own program as well.
Thank you, and once more, judges, you may now finish your notes. And thank you for the great pitch. I definitely agree with the judges. It was a very clear and confident presentation. So how did you feel to be here on the stage pitching today?
Oh, I feel amazing. I think this is my first time presenting on this.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm so happy that everyone understood it well. And I think this was a great opportunity for me as well.
One of your first times presenting, well, did everything go like you practiced, and how did you prepare?
Everything did go as I practiced. I mean, I tried my best, maybe some few points, but actually the coach, Walid, so he gave a few good points as well to me at the start. I attended his workshops, so I tried to plan it in that way and then practice a bunch.
Well, I do think it went very well, so let's give a big hand for TeyzSec. All right, we have